Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Elle and today I'm going to be going over my 2023 Wonderland 222 A5 setup. So currently I am using the Wonderland A5 222. This is in my Aura Estelle and I've enjoyed it so far, so I decided to incorporate it into my 2023. I am using the two book system. I took the cover off of the book, the 2022 book, to put it on the 2023 because I plan on archiving both of these at the end of the year. But yes, I am using the two book system where the main planner is my planner and then my journal is the companion book or the notebook. So one of the things that I did enjoy about the new releases is the color. So I chose this light purple color. I'm not for sure of the exact name, but I just love it. So I'm going to move this book over to the side for a second and just kind of focus on what I am doing for 2023. So I will say that it was a very tough decision to choose between the Wonderland 222 for 2023 and the Hobonichi Cousin English. So I did not choose, I have both. So I will be doing a separate video of how I'm setting up my Hobonichi Cousin A5 for 2023, and that would mainly be my wellness planner, and this would be kind of my catch-all planner. So I found this cute wallpaper actually in the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still call it the Dollar Tree or not, but in the Dollar Tree, and I thought I love the pattern of it, so I used that to go on the inside. I don't plan on putting this in a case, but I might use my is it Aurora Estelle cover. The reason why is that it can actually fit my Hobonichi and my Wonderland because it has the expansion. So I'm still up in the air on that, but if not, then this can stand alone. It doesn't have to be in the cover, a decorative cover. So I put a vinyl here that says "You Become What You Believe," and these are the two Wonderland stickers that come in the package. And I don't know, I just feel like I should always use what they have as part of their keepsake. So I am going to use the index page. So what I've been doing is going through and creating pages in here, and with sticky notes, I would put what it is on here. So when I go and write through my index, I know what page certain things are on. So like I said, I do plan on using my index. I don't think I'm going to use all 3 pages. I know I'm not going to use the key, but I am going to use some decorative stickers. One thing I do like about the Tomoe River or the Tomoe River paper is that I enjoy matte or clear stickers on this paper. I don't know, it's just something about especially matte stickers that are transparent on this paper. It's just like heaven sent. So I love the combination of both of those together. So you'll see me use a lot of that. I think I'm going to use this index page for something else. I'm not sure yet, but you'll see when we get there. One of the biggest selling points for the Hobonichi 2023 planner was that there are more kits available for those planners. I mean, I can get a kit anywhere, basically for the Hobonichi, because it's such a popular planner. I don't feel that the Wonderland gets the attention that it deserves. So there's not a lot of planner shops. So I mainly use 3 planner shops consistently when I decor or do something in my Wonderland 222. For this year, I do plan, excuse me, for 2023, I do plan on using a lot more kits that are dedicated to journaling. I think it just makes it easier, like I said, and if they offer transparent, that's a plus plus. But I use the Mandy Lynn plan. She is on Etsy, I believe. Sticker kit to kind of change the color. I do appreciate that they did tone down the taupe and made it a little bit more of a light gray. but it didn't bother me on the 2022 version either. So this is the ocean color scheme on Mandyland plans, and it covers up the dates and kind of gives it this uniform. Typically, I would use the lilac, and I use the lilac in my 2022. I'll show you what it looks like. This is the lilac, but what I actually didn't like about the lilac was the green. And I was like, okay, I can do without the green. So this time I chose ocean, and I like the color scheme in the ocean as well. I'm trying to get that out my way. Okay. So going back here, this is just the 4 years. You have the previous year, the current year, and the next 2 years. I'm going to use the yearly index. And again, this is a kit from Mandyland Plans to do 1 word a day. And I'm going to track days off, PTO days, and things like that here at the bottom, so I can kind of keep up when people are not where they're supposed to be, or where they typically are. I want to keep up with that. So quarterly, I like the quarterly aspect of this planner, especially if you are a follower of the 12-week year. To me, 12 weeks is like a quarter, give or take a week. So I incorporate goals into this, but because a lot of my self-care goals will be represented in my Hobonichi, these are just maybe annual goals, financial goals, things to keep up with, cleaning schedules and things like that. So I also going to put birthday and anniversary. So originally, before I chose to go ahead and get the Hobonichi, I was going to do 12 self-care goals, quarterly goals, and things like that. But now, since I've decided to make the Hobonichi my complete wellness planner and just dedicate that book to wellness and journaling and things of that nature, I'm going to have this kind of refocused on semi-annual bills and things like that. So really, this is going to be the catch-all planner. But I do love the quarterly breakdown. Okay. So this gets into the trackers. I do love the trackers. I am using the trackers now for more self-care, wellness things, but I will find a way to do that, like I said, in my upcoming Hobonichi setup. You'll see that, but I still wanted to keep this self-care reminder. So this is the December tracker. Mainly, the planner starts with 2022, so like most of the planners do. So it has the December 2022, but I don't need to track it because I already have that in my current planner. So I decided to cover up the page and do self-care reminders, just simple things to do. And yes, I know I misspelled habit, but it's okay. This is going to be the tracker, routine tracker. This is going to be for household stuff, and so that's why I labeled it, and I'm going to put the page number. So once I set it, kind of get the January set up, I'll move it to the index page and start my index. I'm going to find a way to import my school board schedule, school calendar schedule for my kids. I'm thinking I'm going to just reprint it on clear paper like I did this holiday list. So I printed the holiday list on clear sticker paper and just adhered it. And like I said, like, it's so adorable. I enjoy clear stickers on the Tomoe River paper. So I whited out December because I don't need the month of December. I have that currently. So I'm going to show you how I'm covering up the December pages to kind of find a way to use the extra pages to make it my own. One of the biggest roadblocks that I had with committing fully to the Hobonichi is that there are only 8 blank grid pages in the back. Now, I know they have the monthly page every month, the blank page, but it's just not enough for me. And I'll show you when I get to the back of it. So to make this all work out, I am repurposing December. So like I said, this was the December overview for 2022. I'm going to print my school board schedule for my kids and have it here. I am making this my vision board. So actually, this is the December layout. What I do love about certain, if you don't use like a very high quality sticker paper when you're covering this section, you can still see the grid. If I go back here, like the grid is still visible. So if I wanted to write on it, I could. So very similar. I'm just going to kind of white that out. I've measured the inside box and I have it as 5 by 1/6, 5 and 1/16, excuse me, 5 and 1/16 by 7 3/8. And so when I create my vision board and my mood board in Canva, I'm going to print it on, actually, I'm going to print that on some high quality sticker paper and, put that in there. But for others, I'll probably, if I want to write on it, and you'll see why when I get to the other ones, I'll put it on a lesser quality, just more of a standard sticker paper. But yep, I have that. So I will be adding those in. And this is kind of a good depiction of how I'm setting it up. So these are my goal categories. I created this in Canva for my goals and certain categories of the goals that I want to follow. And then I put, just labeled what, top three goals are and some quotes down here to the bottom. You are capable and abundant. A goal without a plan is just a wish. But because I put this on a lower quality sticker paper, not the that butter sticker paper that everyone loves, I can still see the grid, and I'm going to write in what my health goals are. So as I get towards December, I'm going to fill these in. And like I said, I can still see the grid in between. So that gives me kind of like a guide to write in what those goals are going to be. And again, I printed it. When I created it in Canva, I did 5. You can do like 5 by 7, a document in 5 by 7. But when you cut it, I cut it to fit in the box. Like I said, it's 5 by 3/8, or I would do 5 by 7.5. That way you'll have a little bit more taller room to trim. So if you wanted to cover up like the header that's there, you could do that too without having to use whiteout, but completely up to you. I just add some washi tape. I got these tabs from the Aurora Estelle bundle when I did buy the A5 Aurora Estelle planner. That's another planner that I purchased that I thought I was going to use for 2023, but I found it a bit overwhelming. So I am currently using that planner for my work planner because I think there's something to be said on a bullet journal type style for work, for tasks and to-do lists. So there's that. And bear with me, the sun just went away. Let me see if I can do something better about that. I'm not sure how much of a difference that's going to make, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, so now the next 2 pages, these are the weeklies. And again, this is for the weeks in December 2022 that I'm covering up. I'm going to do a what had happened was, or what's happened into 2023, like a current events. And then important people that I wanted to make reference to in 2023. The soundtrack of 2023, something else I made in Canva. I made it look like a playlist. Canva's really easy. I don't know why I struggled with utilizing Canva. I was just giving them my pro money for no reason, but I did have fun making some of these. So I'm going to write in different soundtracks or maybe create some stickers or something of certain albums, if whatever. But this is for me to fill out just music that kind of identifies the soundtrack of 2023. And then I am getting back into reading. So I like heavily. So I made this book list for me to read. As I get recommendations, I want to write them in. The author, as I read them, give them a rating. And I'm going to put in my goal after I really focus on what my intentions are for 2023. Any new movies, whether it's a movie that is at the theaters, Netflix series, what have you, I want to write it in and give it a rating. And I'm going to do the same thing for TV shows, whether it's a series, whether it's something, well, it's a TV show, so it has to be a series, but whether it's on Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I want to do, so I'm creating a similar page to the movies for TV shows. My pages are a little wrinkled because my first initial thought, what I did, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So this is my lower quality sticker paper that I was talking about. And how it fits perfectly over the box. Well, initially I was going to write in everything before I realized it's so much simpler just to use Canva and to print it. I don't know what I was thinking. So I cut the squares out to go ahead and fit and adhere them over to see how it looked. And then I realized, well, what, that's stupid, because if I start printing, it made sense to go ahead and print it on the paper and adhere it versus trying to keep adding paper, so to speak, to it. I just felt like it was going to make it too thick and too bulky. So one thing I do love about this sticker paper, it is removable. So after I laid it all down and cut all those squares out, I turned around and lifted it all up. So I do have some wrinkled pages because of that. Especially these two, because they changed out quite a bit, but the paper was forgiving, so forgiving, so it worked out. And then I'm going to do my word of the year here over the December 22 overview. I'm going to add a tip in, and we're going to start with January. And so, like I said, I do appreciate the changes that they made in the Wonderland 222. If you can tell, let me see. I don't have one that's not, I have a week that's not decorated. Hold on. Like you can see the difference in the color where it was way more darker, even though it didn't bother me because most time I cover it or I really didn't mess with it much, but this is much lighter. The text is in the same color as it has the same type of deep, I'm going to call it more of a beige gray, a grayish color, versus it being so much, very taupe heavy. So I do appreciate the changes. Even the shadowing on the weekend boxes is not as dark or not as brown. It's a little bit more grayer, a little bit more neutral. So I can appreciate that. But like I said, I have an issue with kits with this. I found a way to make certain kits work. So there's 3 main shops. And I'll probably do at the end of the video, kind of do a flip through of those 3 shops. But if you want to see a plan with me, when I get of how I use other shops that are not designated or have kits created for the Wonderland 222, drop it down in the comments below, and I'll do a plan with me video of how I use other kits. One of the shops that I use the most is Planner Kate. Planner Kate, Mandy Lynn Plans, and Raspberry Designs. Those are the 3 main shops that I utilize, but I have figured out ways to make standard vertical kits work in the Wonderland. The biggest issue is because this is like 1.7 and most kits are 1.5. So there's always like a square on both sides, but you can make it work. So going to the back. Okay. All right. So this is the main reason why I could not give up the Wonderland 222. So I'm going to put a tip in here. So I have my note here, and then I'm going to do 2 pages of just planner expenses, but it's the note pages for me in the back. Like, I know they said they're daily. If you use the half a page a day, I think it's still like 8 pages short. Maybe if they got rid of the December in the front, they could add those and you could use these as half pages if you wanted to. But I enjoy making or like having the space for brain dumps and like Christmas lists, birthdays lists, things like that. I found that I use the back of the planner a lot for. So what I started doing, what I did is I went through my old planner and kind of categorized the different lists and things that I had in the back, and I'm working them into a format so I can put it in my index. So I'm going to use 2 pages for a planner log expense. I have 3 children, so I'm going to have a kids page, one for each kind of like, I don't know what they did 2023 highlights, like anything. If I use more, I use more, but I thought that would be kind of cool. Birthday gifts. I did this a lot. Every time a birthday for a kid comes up or I have a budget for birthday gifts, I kind of go through ideas and scenarios and then what I actually got and what I actually spent to kind of track it here. Spring break 2023, whatever we do for that. Summer 2023. Back to school. I had a page for back to school shopping, back to school supplies, lunch ideas, all types. So I made sure that I had 2 pages for that. Thanksgiving, same thing, that type of planning. Christmas, that type of planning. Wardrobes, just things that I want to incorporate for the certain seasons into my wardrobes. I have pages here for that. And I left this one blank just in case if I needed it. But just, you know, colors, themes, I don't know, just anything for a wardrobe. So there will be a tip in here because this is where I'm going to start my end of the year reflection, 219. And then, yeah, I call it, I might create, that's why I have this there. I think I'm going to create a tip in myself and print it on vellum, and I'm just going to call it Big Ass Ideas and Brain Dump. But I'll create it myself and tip it in, but just in case, that's just to remind me that that'll go here. But I'm going to put it back on the page where it's supposed to be. And so once I create the tip in, the sticker will come from off the, what is this? It's not a sticker. Come on, Lawanda, what is it? It's a Post-it note, a sticky note. So the sticky note will come from here. It'll go to my index and I'll complete my index. And then the back is just random stuff, just brain dumps. Like, but I wanted to make sure I had space for my end of the year reflection. I think I'm going to add some more pages to that. I don't think that's enough because I do have like a 20-day guide of how to do the end of the year. So that may not be enough. But then brain dump. And then my pen test, to keep a page for my pen test there. And that is it. So what I'll do, since I have some time, hopefully this video is not too long, I'm going to show you how I use some kits. So let's start with okay, so this is a kit by Raspberry Designs, and as you can see, it's formatted to fit inside the width of the boxes, and it was great. I don't care for, that's not appropriate. Let me think of it another way. The kits work pretty simple, so I'm just going to show you what a kit looks like. Come on, I know I have one. They could have had more, is my point. So here's like a Raspberry Design weekly kit. It's 1 page and that's it. And this is how it lays out. So I wish I could have had more. I felt like what I was missing from this particular kit was deco. But I brought the stickers for the months from Raspberry Design, the monthly sticker kits. So when I brought this set, I went ahead and got the weekly to match, 1 week for each. But like I said, one of the things I realized is like, I didn't like how the kits were kind of missing some things. Okay. This was a Chic Blossom Prints kit that I had, winter kit. And as you can see, like I said, it kind of has that little spacing there. And it bothered me at first because the coloring's so dark. But then I found simple ways to get rid of that. With using washi tape, especially the very thin washi tapes, it covers right over it. Let's see. I'm trying to find a kit. Come on. Oh, I'm in the back. Hold on. Okay, well, I guess this is like a great example. This is a kit from Planner Kate. So with Planner Kate, I was able to kind of make it fit within the Wonderland, like it was a part of it, and just kind of work it through. And I used a lot of Planner Kate kits. Now this is a Mandy Lynn Designs kit. As you can see, the boxes are made to fit. Not that one. That was an add-on. But she also had some clear stickers in there. So like I said, I just kind of found ways of making it work. This kit, actually, this was a different kit that I just had in my stash that I just made work. So like I said, I found kind of weird ways of making, you know, any standard size kit work. But, you know, it requires, you know, some manipulation. So that's it. Like I said, if you want to see how I plan in the Wonderland 222 and make kits work, kind of fit into the boxes and where it's not overly noticeable that the kit just doesn't fit, let me know down below. I will come back when I kind of fill in a couple more things on my 2023 planner, and then I will have a Hobonichi setup for my wellness planner coming up as well. So if you enjoyed the content here and you made it to the end, please consider joining my YouTube family. I do plan on revamping my page and coming back because I kind of went on a hiatus for 2022. So subscribe below. Let's have a conversation about planners. I'm super excited that I've completely jumped into book-bound planning for everything for 2023. Let's talk about it. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Until the next video, you guys take care.